Esau is at the head right now. So Esau being at the head right now, the main focus is on them. But all of you nations, every last one of you is gonna catch hell. You're not gonna escape. You Moabites, you Ammonites, you Ishmaelites, you Elamites. All of every last one of you, is gonna go into captivity. You're gonna catch hell too. But our main focus is on Esau because Esau is in power right now, and he is the main obstacle in the way of the kingdom of heaven. And the Lord is going to remove that obstacle out of the way very soon. You know, and all they have to do is get that MOTB, which is the micro CF, fully, you know, pushed out there because the infrastructure is there. It ain't no more of when they get the infrastructure up and then we'll be able to see them, bringing the MOTB system into place. No, the infrastructure is already there. Everything is ready. All the legislation is being passed. They're putting the last like finishing touches on it. Um, as we speak right now, there were two, um, which I got rid of them. Wish I would have kept them just for this moment here. But there were two operations done to implant these Neuralinks, and they were both successful. This was as of, I believe, a few days ago, maybe about a week ago or so. I'm not sure, but it's been recent. And they said they were successful. The patients were recovering. And these devils are pushing by the year 2030 to have their whole system in place. You know, this is why they're pushing so hard. 2020 was a major year for these devils and their accomplishment of their new world order and the beast system dealing with this economic, monetary system, going digital. And they've been pushing digital, 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 digital. But all nations are against America. All nations are against the whore, right? Babylon the Great. But everyone in the world, every nation in the world that has anything to do with trading or any type of business, all are going digital. You know, that's not a coincidence. It's prophecy first and foremost, and you have to remember these devils have been manipulating things behind the scenes. The Lord gave them that power. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. So all of these nations were happy every time we as a nation fell. All right. So here in Lamentations 2:15, it says, "All that passed by clapped their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head." This is dealing with all the nations. Like when you have an enemy, you have problems with people, in your hood or whatever. But there's always that one particular individual that just happened to be the arch enemy of everybody, to where if something happened to that individual, though everybody else would be happy. Well, we are that threat. The nations are the ones that have the major. They have problems amongst each other, but we are the major plague to them. All right. So when that individual in the hood goes down, whether he gets locked up, put to death, or whatever, people get happy because that's a major threat or a major enemy out of the way. So that's how they looked at us, when we went down during the time of the Babylonian captivity. All nations were glad and happy, and even after that, they kept, messing with us, you know. So it says, "All that passed by clapped their hand at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem." Yeah, like, look at this. They looking pitiful now. You were so great, now you're looking pitiful. Saying, "Is this the city that..." And this is why, right now, as we speak, and we're proclaiming to the world through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, through the Holy Spirit, that we are the Israelites. And the Lord is raising us back up And he's putting us back into power, back into order. And we are going to rule soon when the Lord takes this place down. And that's why everyone looks at us like, you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, come on, man, stop joking. Because they don't take us serious because of the low condition that we're in. That's why they don't take us serious. But you're going to take us serious once the Lord makes these things come to pass. And you've seen just during the YouTube era, going back to 2006, 2007, till this point now, how many prophecies that we've been speaking about during the YouTube era, before the YouTube era, are coming to pass. And the one major prophecy that has to be fully fulfilled before all the other ones can just explode, so to speak, is the MOTB. And we're seeing it happening. So when this thing happens and it goes down, you're going to see and you're going to learn to respect. You're going to learn to respect us. You're going to come bowing to us. You're going to get into your place. You're going to get into place, man. Okay? That's what I'm going to tell you right now. You're going to get into place. And it's not going to take, 100,000 examples to get you, in order. It's just like it's not going to take 2 or 3 examples of these women to get them in order. I tell you, one time and one time only. Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? And this is pretty much how they looked at us then, and this is how they look at us now. You're the people of the earth. You're the joy of the earth? Nah. Stop joking. Stop playing. You're the people of the Most High? Nah, stop playing.